Good evening, friends. Hello from Ukraine, and welcome to the update on the day 286. Pastor Greg today is not with us. He's a eye specialist all the day. So, a couple things from today. I will start from the positive news that today is a very important day for our country. It's a day of armed forces of Ukraine. So all the day, it's our defenders are receiving congratulations and really happy to have the army we have. So congratulations to all the Ukrainian army forces. Thank you, guys.
This is my dad. And this is my neighbor. This is my friend's father. And this is my English teacher. This is my brother.
And by the way, the level of trust in Ukraine to Ukrainian army is higher to comparing to anything else. So not the politics, the army is number one in the rating of trust from people in Ukraine. Coming to the situation on the battlefield, it's not easy time. The days are really tough because of the weather, because of the extreme huge quantity of attacks from Russia, and the enemy Russian invaders continue to push through the line of defense in the territory in Avdiivka and Bakhmut directions. Our guys are doing their best to protect the country and have some success in that, but reality is Russia really pushes really strong there. Not easy for us. Then the enemy using their airplanes and all kind of artillery, everything they have on that area, in the Bakhmut area especially. Then yesterday, you remember, and it was a big missile attack. It was about 70 plus missiles, cruise missiles, different kinds. Russia launched to Ukraine to kill people, to destroy infrastructure, energy infrastructure specifically as well. And as a result, Odessa, you probably remember from yesterday, Odessa found itself in a very hard situation. So the mayor of Odessa came out and reported that all mayor, it's like a boiler house, which is producing the central heating systems in Ukraine, are restored. And they have the other 146, the small one, like a boiler houses for central heating. Just 12 of it without electricity. The rest are working, so at this moment it's almost restored. The water, the supply, the electricity, and the heating. In some areas, like a micro districts, where still there is some work and there is no water supply. Water being delivered by big trucks. So Odessa is standing. So the situation on the Sumy region is more hard and very difficult. Basically, yes, it was because of the result of yesterday's attack and the shelling. The whole region, basically without electricity, and like it was cut off. So emergency crews are working and restoring all possible places and the units and points they can. And it's at this moment in an evening, electricity already appeared in some places of that region, and so they have the time. They have a regime. Let's say they have a special graphic time periods when they just connecting one part of the city, then the other one, then the other one. So it's changing. And in this way, they support people. I mean, to have everything at home at least for a couple hours a day. By the way, today was a not easy day for in our place in Zelynskyy, in our house, the building. We had just only 2 hours of electricity, and for the night we will have. But from the 7 morning until midnight, we had just 2 hours. This is reality. Then the next one, the Kryvyi Rih. Today it was an attack. The Kryvyi Rih experienced the attack today. It was missile attack, and it was on the industrial infrastructure. And I think we can play right now. We can look and listen what people of Kryvyi Rih was listening today. What was the sounds of that attack? As well, today in Ukraine there were a couple places where Russian were trying to attack by Shahid, their Iranian drones, and they had no success in that because all of them were destroyed. And by the way, coming for the shooting down the missiles, our air defense system last day were quite effective, and our guys could shoot down about 85% of all the missiles Russia launched. And it's thank you to partners and all the countries who were helping us to supplying us different kind of weapon and elements and systems which are firing and shooting down the Russian missiles. So thank you, partners. The next one, and just think about that, like while the scientists of the world around the world are working on a new medicine, the space technologies, improving environment, thinking about different things, Russia as a nation, they are busy with looking the best ways to kill as much more people, how to threat as much more nations, and they are proud of that. It's not nothing they hide, they share it, and as something they can be proud of on the central TV stations, how their battleships are launching the missiles to Ukrainian people and so on. So this is a reality we live in, and you may look at this. So that's it. This is the terrorist nation, terrorist country, the terrorist president, terrorist army, and the terrorist regime. And it's and it should be called the same by different, but by all the countries of the world, the same. And I believe that the picture of who is Russians. Russians is a people, as a nation, who is having a unity in killing Ukrainians, in a genocide, and having a unity with their army, and because there are no strikes, nothing inside of the countries, the Russia. They are with unity. They're happy when Ukrainians are dying. This is what we have right now. Okay, the next one is Russia can produce the missiles, the cruise missiles right now. How do we know? And there is a special markings on the fragments of X-101 cruise missiles, which was used on November 23, and so the guys were like checking it, and they found that these fragments and markings showing that one missile was produced during the summer, and the other one after the end of September. And it's quite interesting because they doing it despite the sanctions. And why, how it's possible? Probably there is only two ways it is possible. It's or either Russia did buy significant, let's say, stocks before the war, preparing for that, and this is why they have the conductors and in different kind of processors, or Russia found a ways to get it despite the sanctions. It's a question how it's possible. If looks like the most of the biggest part of the world are staying with Ukraine and promising that they are not having any business with Russia, but the facts saying quite interesting things. Okay, and today something happened interesting on the territory of Russia today. And identified unmanned aerial vehicle attacked airfield in Kursk area, and we may guess how and who and whose this drone was, but as a fact it happened, and the local authorities they report that the oil storage tank is on the fire, and the fire quite massive. And on this special day we have one more joy. Today is what was an exchange of prisoners and the military prisoners, and our country, Ukraine, got back our 60 defenders, and they are on the territory of Ukraine right now, and among them there is a people from Armed Forces of Ukraine, National Guard, and the Border Guard services. So good news. And one more thing I want to share with you. I was watching the pictures today, checking the pictures and the videos from our latest trip, and want to share you next thing, that we coming there with the message, not just with the practical help, the food and the medicine to civilian people and to the military guys. We coming with the message that these people are not alone, that somebody cares, and in most of cases we're looking for the places where there is the most need. I mean, the places people don't have the support from other organizations because it's not easy to get there or by some other reasons. And we're coming with a message, that they're being loved. They're being loved by people. They've been loved by God. And we as Christians, we're coming with in telling, hey, you're not alone. Like people from all the parts of the world staying with you. And the things we represent here, all the food and the help we bring, it's not from us, not just from the other part of Ukraine, which is as well important, that the Ukraine are in unity, different parts of Ukraine, but the world are in unity to help them in their small place, that streets and that villages. And for them, it's a big hope, it's a big joy. And yes, sometimes they're like telling, hey, tell them thank you, and so on. So I'm telling you thank you, and I think the next days maybe you will hear it from them, because I have videos of that. So thank you, and one more time, thank you for standing with Ukraine. Thank you for likes. When you push the like, then it helps to see people to watch it more, because as well, it's important when you share this video for people who would know the truth, what's going on in Ukraine, and could see maybe like alternative source, alternative point of view to the same situation. And thank you for comments. Your comments are all the time are awesome. Thank you very much. And a big heart from Ukraine. And good night to all.